Okay, woo. Lost track of thinking about light reflections there for reflecting on me. I could just close the curtain a bit too, but I'm going to leave it full open. Let's get the comment monitor set up and also the view monitor. Let me see how many people are watching this live stream of me masking. Pop on over to my channel. Let's run this behind my snackies. Turn the volume down so we don't have don't have any weird looping. We've got about an hour before stuff to do. One person watching. Ooh, interesting. There's a video suggested to me. It's by Care for Ignorance. I haven't heard of that channel before, but he's saying that 90% of paracord bracelets are useless. I'm going to have to check that one out at some point. But anyways, yes, one person watching. Thank you. We'll probably get 2 people watching because we always do. Seriously. If you guys don't have any way to contact me and let me know why you like this, I understand. I understand you're trying to be anonymous. Your parents are, they're letting you watch YouTube, but they don't want you to really, have an account and be sharing information and talking with people because they're worried. I understand. It's less so that way now because the internet is not as new, but back when it was new, it was a much bigger worry. I mean, hey, even I was scared of saying where where I'm located, sort of, and I haven't told anybody through YouTube my exact address. Whoops, what am I doing? 1 second, I have to just check. Whoops, the stream was not started. Let me check something important really quickly for what's going on later. So, basically I've said I'm in Utah. Okay, so let's get the stream started on my phone. One watching. There we go. Okay. So we are actually watching the live stream, and I'm going to skip to the where I am. As far as I am, perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and close Facebook. I don't need it open. Let's get to work. So yeah, people are a lot more comfortable with the internet now than they were back when it was brand new. But so I've said yes. Told you guys that I'm in Utah, and I don't know. I kind of feel comfortable saying the city, but then I kind of don't. So I'm going to refrain from saying it here. If it ever becomes relevant, I will say it later on. I have said kind of a general area when my food preview. So if you want to know 3 possible cities, go ahead. That was just me kind of listing. Yep. There we go. Sit more center. There we go. That was just me kind of listing off the basic areas that I... Yep, you know what? We're going to just slide this in like that. Just to create some... Trying just to get the reflections off of my... Wow. That means we can pull it open this way. But I like the light coming in the window. It's nice, but it creates a lot of reflections. So I'm hoping eventually behind me, I'll have my whole room shifted around. Oh, sorry, Jima. Yep, Jima's joining us today. But my computer will be on the other side of the room, kind of away from the window. So hopefully there will be less reflections. I'll certainly be able to get it at an angle where there aren't reflections. I could also just switch where my monitor is on this setup. Reflection-wise, not like how I move it around and use it wise. So... Yeah, I'll also hopefully be able to fit an office chair in here when I flip things around and stuff and move stuff. But let's get to work on this masking. So that's the wall section. I'm just going to move you up out of the way. You're still going to see it, though, because your top layer is partially translucent. And that should be 60, yes, 60%. Let's go back to merge 1. Ooh, also, I just am a little bit excited because I got some music fixed up. Sort of. Let me just... This. I'm just going to disable my display capture for a second while I check on that. Huh. Well, I'm going to close that program and do that later. Back to work. Yeah, I got some music sort of fixed up. I recently got an album I've been wanting to get for years. It's Innovators by Sam Carden and Kurt Bestor. And these songs kind of are sort of about or inspired by particular people in history that were kind of innovative. And I would definitely recommend looking it up. If you go on YouTube and find it, there's a short playlist that doesn't have all of the songs, but it has a good chunk of them from the TV debut of the album. And so you've got, I don't know her name, but you've got this person kind of explaining what the song means, you know, who it's inspired from. It's really cool. There's some good stuff in there. I might mention more about it later, but let's figure out what to do. I really wish there were dedicated... Well, I do have... never mind. You know, I was thinking, oh wait, yeah, I do have media keys that are dedicated for skipping, but I don't, because those skip by 2 frames. This is where, like, a macro keyboard would come in handy. What do the arrows do? Oh, arrows move on... Okay, interesting. Why does the left one move all the way back to the... Okay, so... Yeah. This is where something like macro keys would come in handy. You have your keyboard, and then you have a separate board specifically for whatever you program it to do and nothing else. So you know that no other program can end up using those unless you have multiple programs programmed for it. Terran Van Hart, I think is his name. Whoops, I want this. He's part of Linus Tech Tips. And he... Oh, what's the word? He has... Ooh. He has lots of macro keyboards for doing the editing for that group there. If you haven't seen Linus Tech Tips, they're a good... funny at times, which is very good, but a good tech group on YouTube. They do a lot of crazy, insane computer builds, as well as, like, they have a Tech Quickie series where they have, you know, like, short 5 to 10 minute videos quickly explaining a subject, tech-related, usually. So it's really nice and easy to get, oh, wow, you know, quick information about something. And good for audio-visual learners like me. I could read about that stuff, but I learn better if I'm seeing different visuals and, you know, listening to them. And quite often their visuals are just funny and representative of what they're talking about. You know, because you have to go check it out. Go check it out. Okay? Not right now, but go check it out. YouTube people, go watch it. Even if you're not into tech stuff, just go watch one of their videos to find out, you know, find out why. I mean, you guys are... You guys are on electronic devices. You must have some slight interest in tech. And it's always good to have a basic idea of how these things work. Okay, so... Whoops. So what I'm doing here, I need to do this. Oh wait, I need to do... So this is what I want to check is this. Okay, so that does eat into the door just a bit, so I will have to do a little bit of touch-up on that slot there, but that's for later. I was just confirming my suspicions. Let's back to lining up the door. Okay, so this next frame should be the same, so set key. Great, there's keys where they need to be. It would be nice if I could set this just to every other frame, so automatically it would set key for 2 frames ahead. There could be a way to do that, but I don't know. It would probably involve me asking on their support forms for this program, and then waiting for an answer and getting that answer back. So I'm going to do that later. I will ask on the support forms later on if that's possible, but for now we're just going to plug on. By the way, some of the best chips ever, taro chips. They're made from a lot of different cool root vegetables like the taro, sweet potato, batata, parsnip, yucca. And then some of these they have dipped in beet juice, like this one. Oh man, they are so good, man. Jima wants a bite, so I'm gonna give Jima a few bites of chip. They're also a little bit expensive too. Like, this bag usually runs, without counting sale prices, it's like $3, $3.50 for 6.8 ounces. Oh. But they're so good. But also kind of sort of an acquired taste. So yeah. You know what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little tissue paper, put it down behind me, and I'm gonna put the chip down on that tissue paper. Up, Dima, step up. And I'm gonna put her down on my bed just behind me, so that if she can snack on that, because she really wants to. She was leaning forward when I kind of set it down over here. So that'll let her snack, and I can be working, and I'll put her back on my shoulder when she's done. Excuse me. So that's good. Okay, so it goes left and down a bit. So let's start with the 7. That's too much. Let's go 6, 5, 8. I'm liking 6, 8. 6, 8 looks good. If we click over here, hop back a frame. 6, 8 looks right smack in the middle good to me. So now we'll adjust the left and right axis. And you know, this brings up something interesting that I was, I'm going to say that's supposed to be 7. No. Oops, undo that. 6, 7. But 7, delete. Okay, we're stuck with that. I don't know why, though. I'm still struggling to figure out why you would want almost 7 down to, I don't know how many digits that is. But, like, some crazy fractional decimal number of... Why? I mean, if you specifically needed that number because you zoomed in so close you were looking at the individual pixels, and you found that that was the best number to get it in the exact spot you needed for your video project, great. If the human picks that number, I'm totally fine with that. I wouldn't pick it, but if somebody else picks it, great. But the computer picking it? No, just give me actually 7. Like, here, you know what I'm going to try? Because I'm curious. If you want to get actual 7, we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, it changes it to 8s. So apparently, it's just like, this is the number you have to have. I'm definitely going to ask that on this Pinnacle Studio support forums. And I think... What? I was just hitting enter like crazy. Wrong button. I want to go here. Okay, that's stuck too. So, from now on, I'm not going to worry about that excess junk. I'm going to leave it. But I wonder why. But so what I was going to say before I got off on that, how annoying that junk is. So what I'm planning on doing is, at some point, I want to do a video where I have a short little video clip that I'm editing. And I'm going to be editing it on different speakers that have different sound qualities. Like, I have... Yep, Jima's done, so it's... Come here, Jima. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. I have a really, really horrible dollar store speaker that is powered. It does get louder than some phone speakers, which is kind of cool, I guess. But it sounds really bad. There's, like, no bass to it. So I want to try editing on that and a few other speakers that I have around here. So that I can just see, so that I can see what... how the speaker affects your video quality, because my theory is that the little speaker doesn't have enough bass, so if I'm purely going off of sound and not numbers that I have kind of memorized, whoops, and, you know, and I'm going off of numbers that I don't have memorized, then what am I going to say? Then the speaker that doesn't have a lot of bass is more likely to be... You're more likely to drown out your actors talking when there's like a gunshot or something, because those are a lot of bassy sounds. And so I think that you're more likely to drown them out, because you're... Okay. Ooh, also, I just realized, you see the whiteboard line right there? That is a whiteboard. We can see if this stays the same relationship to the whiteboard. I would say that looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good. So yeah, so the speaker thing, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna make it not, your final product isn't gonna sound as good as far as how you tune sounds. Certain things like music might be a little bit too loud. And so with that, though, when I do it, I'm going to get some new sound effects. I might have friends pick them out, but I want sound effects that I haven't used before, so I don't really know exactly how loud they are, how they sound, and I'm going to avoid, like, using numbers, because it's kind of sort of a set rule that I have to do -5 on music for it to be quiet enough that you can still hear me talking. That's kind of what I've found, but sometimes even less is needed, so it's going to be all new tracks that I'm not used to, so I don't just... And I'm going to rely on sound with my ears, not numbers that I've used before. Hey, girl. It's okay. So, we need to go forward and set another frame. Also going to open up these stacks chips, because I want some more potato chip-like chips as well. And this girl right here is hungry for more chips. Hey girl. You really want some, don't you? And she wants them just because they're yummy and crunchy. Not because she's hungry, because I'm looking up there and I'm still seeing a whole bunch of food in her feeder silo. I'm gonna 7-0. Nope. 7-3. 7-2. I like 7-2. It looks like it moves up 1 pixel higher. So I'm going to say 7-1. That doesn't look right, though. Yeah, 7-2. And this is where if I was being really crazy and detailed, I would go farther than just 3 digits below the decimal point. Okay, have a bite. Or 2 or 3. I'll let you eat some of this chip. Yes, I just ate a chip that my bird was also nibbling on. I've never read anything that says it's not sanitary to do. Well, you don't want to get, like, if you take a bite, you don't want to offer them a bite from the same end of it. But as far as them munching on it and then you eating it, at least for cockatiels and parakeets, it should be fine. So we need to do... let's just go 3-8. Too much. Delete all the extras and do 3-8-5. 3. 2. Let's turn this down. Okay. Let's do 3-8-7 just... Okay, so 3-8-2, I think should be good. Oh. Well, I was gonna say, let's check our relationship to the, whiteboard, but it's being covered up by our actor's lovely hair, so that doesn't help us. That's weird. I'm looking at how it seems higher here. That does come down just a bit. You see how this... But you also got to realize, too, that our shoulder is moving up towards the... So... I hope that I'm not going to run into issues by having this point all the way over there affect this point all the way over here in like where it's not in the right position. I hope that's not the case. Excuse me. Let's keep plugging on. Five. 6. Okay, that looks good. And this needs to be like just 380. A little less than that actually, so 379. Ooh, ha. There's also this edge that gives us a relationship edge. That just looks, I'm gonna do fit F4 and watch it from inside here, because that looks good. It seems like it's too tall. But we can't really check with our lines over here, because once we get this far, well, we do have... Yeah, nope, that our meter, our up and down line is going to be in the wrong spot by the time. That just seems... So let's take our blend down. Yeah, no, that just seems... That's too tall. Let's go back to frame 1. And then let's go forward till we first really see. There's where we first see the top of the door. So okay, so there's our top of the door. So it's just a little bit above. That looks good there, so... Why does it look too tall later on? better make sure that our resize is the same. Nothing's being modified. Okay, so that's good. But, okay, so where does it start looking too tall? Let's fit this, pop into F4, full screen. Okay, so it looks good here. Let's check if I take this. Yeah, the top of the door is... Oh, you know what? I've been fitting this door later on. Oh goodness, no, this is horrible. I've been fitting this door later on, and so I think my door was designed to fit that. But here, let's check something. If I'm gonna undo my blending changes. Okay, so let's go to this frame here where our door looks too tall. Let's take the blending down by some. So and then if we take this, just roughly drag it into place. Then let's do this as that. Let's hop into full screen with fit. So that looks okay. Right? Yeah, that looks okay. Now what I want to do is leave F4. I need to jump forward, like just by a lot. Go there. Whoops, too far. There we go. We can see the whole thing. So now, if I click on this, and I'm just going to roughly put it where I think it should go. Close enough. See roughly where my line is compared to wow. Line's a lot lower than that. And And if I were to take this piece, and again, just roughly line it up, like so. Okay, so that also looks good, but at this point the door should be bigger, I think, because we're closer to it. So let's check the our blending here. I mean, that looks good to me. Let's go backwards frames. So let's go fit. Why am I on them? There we go. You can see how it's kind of wanting to be in the right spot, but there's fixing to do. Which I'm going to have to undo that keyframe. But what I'm just checking for now is how much closer do we get to it? There's a lot of side movement. This is the point where it could be good to do this camera motion in real life and look at the relationship between the two of them. Just to see, when we get this closer, what's the difference in the edges on the door. I'm not going to do that, though, because I don't have to. So let's go and get rid of this frame right here. Actually, we can just do undo. Let's go and do a bunch more. You know what? Actually, if I go here, and I just click undo until... Whoops. There we go. Now we know that we're far enough back. So I'm going to take a little drink here. So let's modify our height so that this would look right to me. That looks like 3. Oh wait, is it rotation 2? Is the... Oh. Rotation. Maybe is that the issue? For... Y? Let's do 0.3. Let's make this so we can see that 0.3. So if we set this to 0.5, because to me it looks like the top of the door is going straight across. But it isn't on our door here. You know what? You know what? Let's just do a full 1. That looks more like it should be to me. So I'm going to now take that just to 4-0. Let's do 3-9. Okay, that looks right to me. That looks a lot better. So because of this, let's do 6. Just to, okay, so 2, 3, 2, 3, 8, 2. Okay. So I guess if we just make it look right by our eyes, because we know we have left and right good visually, but just the up and down visually. So then do we even need the red? Well, why do I have the red line? I have the red line for instances where we can't see relationship to anything. Whoops. If I go timeline, what tool are we working with anyways? Oh wait, right, duh, I can read the names. It's merge 1, isn't it? Yes, it is. So what I'm trying to see here is, oops. Nope, there is not control select for, that doesn't, so, pretty much, pretty much I'm going to have to go back and delete these keyframes. And kind of sort of do that. Oh my goodness. This is so annoying. I'm going to have to redo it based on our rotation. So I'm pretty much just going to eyeball the door. Like I think it's supposed to look. Well, but then here's the issue is, right here, we can't see the top of the door. We can, because let's make this easy for you guys to see what I'm talking about. If we do this, we can't see the top of the door. We don't have anything for the door to be in relation to, except for kind of sort of the clipboard, or the whiteboard over there, and this edge. So here we have no data for keeping the door in the right spot, other than maybe this stereo legs over here. So here, we're just guessing on the exact placement of it. And that has to translate to looking right just as soon as has to look right just as soon as I move. Just as soon as the door becomes exposed right here, where we see the full top of the door. That has to look right. I suppose what we could do, though, is watch this where it moves and just guesstimate how many, like, pixels it does. This is where tracking would be nice, but then I would need multiple track points, but for it not to jump around. So, for example, so here we are. Let's say we're tracking, what's point's good? Best track. So best track will be this point right here. So here we are. We're busy tracking that with computers doing the job, okay? It's busy tracking that point now. Here's where we lose the point. We start to lose it right there. So, at this point, we want to track a different object in our shot without having the object move. So if I have it following this, and then all of a sudden, boom, I have it jump, I have it start following this, it's going to move over. It's going to now be centered around that, basically. And we don't want it to. So, yeah, we found some issues, didn't make a lot of progress as much as I was hoping. I'm going to end the stream here, go online and ask a few questions. And, yeah. I will see you guys later.